Hello. So, this is week 4 of the UBL. This is an extremely terrifying week. We are against Airstream, coach of the Sydney Scizors. And as you can see on our screen, their team is horrifying. We went against... Our schedule, can I just say, has been actually, like, the scariest thing on the planet. Well, week 1 we had Lyric, who I, like, put as one of the top 2 drafts. Then we had Jamesy, who we lost to. And then we had Starlet, in which that matchup was horrifying, in which I got to the point where I just didn't know what to do. And now we have Airstream. So yeah, as you can see on your screen, they have Kyogre, Garchomp, Mega Mawile, Whimsicott, Goodra, Braviary, Rhyperior, Abomasnow, Dusclops, Togetic, Marowak, Alola, and Cobalion. This is a scary draft. This has got the best Trick Room mode in the league by far. Their powerhouses in Trick Room are nothing to be scoffed at. Rhyperior is a powerhouse, especially with weakness policy stuff. Mawile hits super hard, but the one I'm most worried about is Alola Marowak. The other two I can burn. I can't burn Marowak. I've just got to kill it. They've also got great ways to set up the Trick Room with Follow Me Togetic and, you know, Dusclops being, like, the bulkiest thing alive. Not only that, they have Priority Tailwind with Prankster Whimsicott, as well as some decently fast things with things like Garchomp, Braviary and Goodra base 80 speed each, Cobalion's base 108, which I'm not really expecting Cobalion to come. I'm not, like, I don't expect beat up Whimsicott this week. I very much doubt it, and if so, I've got a counter to it. And then obviously there's Kyogre, you know. So I looked at the team, and I knew my fast mode was probably easier to set up than theirs. Basically, if we match Tailwinds, a lot of the time I will still be outspeeding. But if we're in Trick Room, that's where things get tricky. So I'm fully expecting to go more of a Trick Room route, because it makes more sense for them to. But still bring Kyogre, because Kyogre can just wreck a team. So, let me just double check. When did the schedule get released? The schedule got released. Schedule got released on the 12th. The 12th was Thursday. I believe it was like Thursday, like, morning. Yeah, because that's like when the last battle happened. So, and it's now Sunday. I have been thinking about this matchup for now 3 days, trying to figure out what to do. I've been building for 3 days. Through thinking about it at work, through coming home, thinking about it, spending a couple hours. I probably have put more time into this team build than I have in probably any. In terms of thinking about it, like, combined thinking about it at work and thinking about it at home. This is a super, super scary matchup, but at least I feel like I have a plan. They also said they are prepared for everything. They're not. No way. They're not prepared for what I'm bringing to this time. I'm bringing Super Spice. Because we got to get creative, and this is probably the way to do it. I'm also going to say some predictions off the bat. Kyogre's not going to be choiced. I very much doubt it's going to be a choice Kyogre. Scarf could make sense, but the fact that they will need to switch moves, I think is going to be important for them. So I'm expecting Mystic Water or Z-move. More likely Mystic Water. But I can see Z-move popping up as well. Garchomp, I can see coming, but I'm not sure what it would be. That could be a Scarfer, or it could just be bulky. Mawile is Mawile. Whim, I can't see anything else but just like Tailwind support. Goodra I don't even think will come, but if it does, I'm not too afraid of it. Braviary, I feel like if it does come, it'll probably be Scarfed. Rhyperior will be weakness policy stuff. Abominable Snow, I don't think it's coming, but the main one is the Togetic and the Dusclops. I think if Togetic and Dusclops come, Dusclops will be a Mental Up, 100% of the time. I think that's going to be the thing they're going to try and catch up guard. The only other thing I can say for maybe Kyogre as well is I feel like they may expect me to give Scarf Serena, and that is the only reason why I would expect a Scarf Kyogre to come out. But if Togetic Dusclops come, it's Mental or Dusclops every day of the week. Obviously Marowak is going to be a beast, and then Cobalion may come for some beat-up shenanigans with Whimsicott, but I don't think it will. I'm also expecting, like these two... I'm expecting, like, more full Trick Room, with Kyogre. I could even see Iron Ball Kyogre for Trick Room. That is something I have considered, but I don't think I can cover everything. Their team has a lot of variety, and it's going to be hard to cover it all. So, however, I have a game plan. The game plan is take out Kyogre, and if I do so, and I get the right setup, I just win. So let's talk about it. First off, AV Serena. I believe Power Whip one-shots Kyogre, offensive Kyogre. All my calcs are going to be for against offensive Kyogre. If it's bulky, then we're in trouble. But it also means it's not really fast, which is kind of nice. Knockoff is for Marowak. Play Rough for pretty much mainly Goodra if it comes, but also it'll be nice. Like, it's the same power against Garchomp with 5 more accuracy, so I'll take it. And then U-turn for pivoting. I believe this can take 2 modest Ice Beams. I believe. But I don't really want to spoil the dock yet, because I want to get to at least one of the Pokemon here before we start going to the dock. But yeah, Serena was a shoo-in. It was one of the 2 Pokemon that was an absolute shoo-in for this week. I guess 3 kind of is a shoo-in, but we'll get to that. I believe the rest was put in defense because I had enough special defense. I don't think I'm going to be living any Flare Blitzers from, oh dear. Flare Blitzers from Marowak. Sorry, I'm still kind of tired. So yeah. Serena was a shoo-in because I needed something to kill Kyogre. I think they're expecting Scarf, but I'm going AV. Which means instead of having AV Coco, we've got Gracium Z. I am 100 expecting Lightning Rod to come in at least one form, probably 2. Something's stuck in my teeth. It's bothering me. Coco. This is an extremely specific calc. I somehow only did this in 10 minutes. But it's an extremely specific calc that does almost everything I wanted to. There's a 6.3% chance it doesn't do everything I wanted to. So, this lives Modest Origin Pulse. It cannot live Water Spout. Not without the AV. No way. It cannot live Modest Water Spout. This is out. No Mystic Water. Origin Pulse in Rain. That's what this lives. Not only that, we are Gracium Z, so a Grass Knot plus Gracium Z from Grass Knot will KO offensive Kyogre. The plan is to outspeed Kyogre, hit it with a Grass Knot so Water Pulse doesn't do as much. If they go for Origin Pulse, we do live, unless it is Mystic Water, because I couldn't get it to live Mystic Water, because we need to also outspeed Garchomp. That's what the speed is for. So it lives that, and then the last thing is that 4 defense, along with this HP, means that I only have a 6.3% chance to die to Jolly Max Attack Garchomp Earthquake. So yeah, Coco does a lot here. Coco wasn't a shoo-in because I knew, like, AV Serena was probably going to have to come so it could take Ice Beams. So I wasn't really sure how I was going to have to play Coco, but, like, it's kind of bulky offense. Like, the only other thing I was going to try and I could try and outspeed Cobalion, but I don't think it's coming, and then it's Whimsicott, and that's too much speed. I can't go for Whimsicott as well. So we just went with the Garchomp because it wasn't that much speed, and we could get away with it. So these are like the two big ways I've got of trying to kill Kyogre. Now, if Kyogre does go down, then we've got the Jellicent. And the Jellicent, you might think Jellicent is like an easy check to Kyogre because it's it's got water and ice most of the time. And if it does carry Thunder, then that kind of sucks. That's why it's Arenas here. We are Acid Armor, Jelly. We are not anti-Trick Room. We are straight up Acid Armor, try and bulk up and win the game. It's a lot of defense and a lot of HP already. So what is it supposed to do? They've also got a lot of things that are really good against Jelly, such as a Alolan Marowak, which is what this is built to live. That's right, live. This is calced to get to +4 with Acid Armor, +4 defense, and then be able to take 2 Shadow Bones from Brave Max Attack, Alolan Marowak. That is what this is supposed to do, and nothing else is going to out-damage that. So we got Scald, Acid Armor, Recover, and Giga Drain. We went with Citrus. I was very much considering going with Con. In fact, I should. This is probably supposed to be with Con, honestly. We're gonna go with Con. Because the Giga Drain is for, like, the Wakan tech. Giga Drain is for... So if I get hit by a Thunder from Kyogre, I will take damage. I will then Giga Drain it and heal enough health where I can take a second Thunder from Kyogre, from Modest Max Special Attack Kyogre. So yeah, Jelly's a beast. If Kyogre goes down, or if Kyogre for some reason doesn't have Thunder, we set this up to +4 or +6. +4 is all it needs, but +6 is a guarantee. And we win. This is why I said I wasn't worried about Cobalion, because, like, Acid Armor Jelly is going to be a tank. And if you look at their team, they don't have a lot for it. If Thunder Kyogre goes down, they've got, like, Whim. And then, like, Special Goodra. But I don't think Goodra's coming. So there's just so much that, like, Acid Armor Jelly just walls once it gets those defense boosts up. It's just getting those defense boosts up. So this is why at this point, let's pull up the dock. So we've got the Serena stuff. It does live. It lives 6.3% of the time, so it is actually going to live that. Wow. So yeah, I know what I'm doing. And we KO it back. No, we're not max attack. I think that is what the calc is for. It's so we can do 2 knockoffs. So we can knock it off once, and then knock it off again. So we can use 2 knockoffs in a row, and it will KO most of the time. 59.9 into 40.7. Pokemon rounds down always, so it is 99.9. It is 99%. So minimum between the 2 hits. So yeah, on max HP 4 defense Marowak. Here's the Kyogre calc. It does a max of 56%, and we one-shot it back. We one-shot Rhyperior, and we one-shot any Goodra that isn't bold. So skip ahead a bit. Jelly, here we go. So we actually one-shot Rhyperior, and here's the big one. Here's the big one right here. 252 Animant attack. Fit Club, Marowak Alola Shadow Bone versus +4. Max HP 156 defense Jellicent. We take a max of 49%. For reference, Mega Mobile Crunch does a max of 36%. Jelly... yeah, so Jelly takes a max of 81% from Thunder. So with the Wakan, we get to take the Thunder, heal up a bit, and then take the second one, essentially guaranteeing we do like 50% to the Kyogre, which means, like, its water spout's not doing nearly as much damage. So, yeah. And I think Coco Calcs are down at the bottom here. So yeah, lives Jolly Garchomp most of the time. Lives the Origin Pulse in Rain. And then the Gracium Z plus Grass Knot Calcs, and it one-shots Bulky Rhyperior. I believe when I loaded it in, I originally was looking at Z move, so if it's max HP, max special defense, Z move will KO it. So yeah. This is kind of like one of the big strategies this week, and why I say they're not expecting it. I'm sorry this is also 15 minutes long already, but we'll, this team took a long time to make, so I want to go into it and express why I think this is so difficult. Next up, Kang. Kind of the only other shoe-in. We are Scrappy Kang. We are max speed to outspeed... What? I'm trying to outspeed max... We're not quite max speed. Oh, right. That was it. Yeah, so... Yeah, so... Because I have Nidoking, if they're going to run speed on Kyogre, they only need to run enough speed to outspeed Nidoking. Unless they're trying to speed tie Dialga, which I don't think they'll do. So, Kang is fast enough to speed creep that. Airstream has also really recently become a lot better at team building. As a result of this, it's time to exploit that. And that is what this is doing. When you know your opponent well enough, you can really mess around with them, and you can get away with things like this. Instead of having to worry about maxes, like max on certain things, you can predict what kind of calc they're going for and calc accordingly. So Kang is just fast enough to outspeed that. The Kyogre trying to outspeed a Nidoking. So yeah, that's what this is for. If there's Kyogre's running any speed, that's what it'll be for. So yeah, and then there was one of the first Pokemon I went for. Ice Punch KOs Garchomp. It will live max power Water Spout like 88% of the time. But the reason why I didn't care about it living full is because I have Fake Out and I'm faster. Unless they have Tailwind up, or they are max speed, or they are Scarf. You also notice we're running Circle Throw. Circle Throw is a move. It's like Dragon Tail, or Roar, but more akin to Dragon Tail, where if it hits the opponents, then it switches them out. So if I really don't want them having Trick Room, we've got Fake Out, Scrappy Fake Out for Dusclops, and we've got Circle Throw for Dusclops with Scrappy. So if we really don't want them having Trick Room up, we can just use those. And again, because of the Scrappy, it just means we can hit it. There's no Taunt on this team, because like I say, I'm expecting Ventalope Dusclops. So instead, we've got Fake Out, and we've got Circle Throw. Ice Punch, and then the last move is Bite. I believe I made the mistake in a previous week, I believe against Jamesy, where I ran a lot of multi-hit moves. Multi-hit moves don't actually work with Parental Bond. Which I suppose is kind of a good thing, because 2 hits with Rock Slide is actually disgusting to think about, so. But single moves do still hit, so we're going with Bite. Bite, Kangaskhan actually got second at the 2019 World Championships. I was considering going Stomp, but because of Alola Marowak, I went with Bite. It means I have an offensive move that hits Alola Marowak, and if it hits anything and I'm faster than it, there's a 60% chance for me to flinch. It's like Serene Grace, essentially. This is like me using Serene Grace at Togekiss, essentially. Like, that's what I'm doing. It says purely support Kang. That does deal some damage, but the flinches is mainly what we're here for. I can't guarantee a flinch, but I can at least hope. Bite is something I'm clicking when I've got nothing better to do. Next up, Lugia. We're once again Keyberry Lugia, but we're Keyberry Lugia for a very good reason. The calc is to survive. 2 Shadow Bones. from Alola Marowak. So if it goes for 1, it breaks the multiscale. It does a max of 42%, I believe. And then the second hit does a max of 59% after the Key Berry. So yeah. It almost guarantees live. There is a small world in which it will not. The special attack is to make sure it takes out a non-defensive invested Whimsicott. Enough speed to outspeed max speed base 80s, such as Goodra and Whimsicott. Not Goodra and Whimsicott, Goodra and Braviary. The 4 special defense was left over. We got Tailwind, Aeroblast, Reflect, and Skill Swap. There's a lot of really good abilities for me to throw around here, and Skill Swap is huge. So, an interesting one is, with Skill Swap, you can reset terrains if they are down. So I can Skill Swap Coco, and give my Coco multi-scale if I really want to. It also means I can Skill Swap take away some of their abilities, which could be kind of nice. Such as Huge Power or Mega Mawile. I could take that away. I could take away Prankster from Whim. I could take Sapsipper away from Goodra. I can take Solid Rock away from Rhyperior. I can take... I could take Justified from Cobalion if I really wanted to. But also a lot of my own abilities are quite nice to reset. I can also give something else Water Absorb. So, I don't think you can Skill Swap Parental Bond. I don't think I can. You can also Skill Swap Intimidate, which is on Arcanine. And also just giving something else multi-scale. Once the multi-scale is broken, passing it onto, like, resetting an ability, or just giving something else the ability to live stuff with multi-scale is really nice. Reflector is obvious because we need to live stuff. Though I still may go Light Screen, because Light Screen would be really nice for Kyogre. So, yeah. Which I still may do. The battle's tomorrow, so I may still switch it to Light Screen, but I'm not sure yet. I don't outspeed the Kyogre is the issue. And Tailwind is mainly here. If they do go Tailwind, I need to match it, or like I may just want to try and outspeed some of that speedier stuff if they go with a faster strategy. So, yeah. Last but not least, Arcanine. This was going to be Dialga, but Dialga ended up getting cut because all it was going to be used for was reversing Trick Room and dealing a bit of damage, and that was it. Instead, because it was also going to take Kyogre hits, but because we got 2 Pokemon essentially dedicated to taking out Kyogre, we went with Arcanine to help deal with the rest. The Intimidate is going to slow down a lot of the offensive physical attackers that are in Trick Room, burning 2 of them, you know, barring Alola Marowak, which is easily the one I'm most worried about fighting. Flare Blitz is enough to Oko Mega Mawile, which is really nice. So it's a lot more offensive. It's a defensive set, but it's an offensive build. So yeah. Where's the Arcanine Calyx? They're further up here. Did I not do Arcanine Calyx? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, this is 6. Oh yeah, this one. Here we go. So yeah, Play Rough doesn't 2-hit KOs. Okay, Play Rough plus Sucker Punch does not KO. And we KO it with Flare Blitz. You see it's 188, we are 204 because I had the leftover EVs and I didn't want to put them anywhere else. So I just kind of gave the extra attack there. And then -1 we live a Boomerang for Alola Marowak, and -1 we live Rhyperior Drill Run. So yeah. The Arcanine is very bulky, it can burn stuff, it can kill stuff. The priority is going to be really nice to take away some damage from Kyogre if it needs to. This team took a long time to make. It really put me under a lot of pressure. And it doesn't help that Airstream's pretty good too. They've improved rapidly throughout the course of Season 1 and Season 2. So, and their team building has gotten a lot better. When they're trying to bring up, they're trying to get creative. I don't know if to expect skill swap, but I may not bring it. Obviously, I may go light screen because living Kyogre is going to be very nice. I think Gracium Z is going to catch them off guard, and I think mainly this Jellicent. I don't think they are expecting Acid Armor Jellicent. If they see Jellicent, I think they're thinking I'm trying to reverse Trick Room. There's no way they're expecting Acid Armor. One of the plans is, like, if I see they have Togetic Dusclops, I'm leading Kang Jelly every day of the week. Because then they start being passive, and Jelly starts boosting up. And if they're going for a slower strategy, then yeah. And also it means if I only have 2 Pokemon that are dedicated to Kyogre, which means if for some reason Kyogre doesn't come, we have still a solid 4 that can go against it. Go against the Trick Room mode. So, and even like Serena could come because it beats it can beat the Alola Marowak. So this team is very much it took a lot of work to do. So yeah, and this has been easily the longest team builder I've done, other than the one I did live, where I actually put the team together like in a full video. But yeah, this one was a lot of work to do, and I'm very much nervous for the match tomorrow. So wish me luck for that, and I will see you guys in the video tomorrow. So wish me luck, because I'm gonna need it. We are back. So, it is time for the battle with Airstream. We've got our notes up. I'm glad I started the getting everything prepped early, because Showdown didn't save my sets, which meant my whole Coco set didn't exist. And my Lugia's last move didn't save. So I actually changed it from skill swap to light screen at the last minute, because I feel like I might get caught off guard on how much damage Kyogre is going to do. If it's like a Specs Kyogre, having this light screen up is going to be really nice. So, yeah, we've got the sets in the calc as well. So, oh, this is so scary. Like, I can't afford to lose that much. So if I want to make playoffs, there's our challenge. If I want to make playoffs, I have to go 5-2 at least, guaranteed. Let's do this. There's no Marowak? There's no Marowak at all. I was super prepped for Marowak, and they just didn't bring it. Oh, but I'm not Wakan. It never gave me... Again, because it didn't save, it didn't give me Wakan. I've got to make a read here. I think because it looks like I don't have Trick Room, I think they're going to want to try and go Trick Room. But I don't think it's going to be a passive Trick Room lead is the issue. I mean, Kang's a lead every day of the week. Kang's leading every day of the week. I'm just thinking, is it Coco? Is it Lugia, or is it Jelly? I think until I know what they're doing, I want to go Coco. And I'm going to go Serena Lugia. It's Marwell Garchomp, okay. Okay. I could Mega and just Ice Punch. I think the Marwell's protecting. I'm going to make a hard call and say Marwell wants to protect. Garchomp. Level 50. Versus my Kang. 76 to 91 to Noble Garchomp. And I'll Volt Switch the Marwell just in case. But I think the Marwell's protecting. It's the... Wow, I'm a little shocked that the Garchomp protected. I thought they'd want to EQ. I will go to Lugia. It goes for Super Fang. Interesting. I don't want to play this. Garchomp would only be able to hit Kang right now with an EQ. If it goes for EQ. So I don't think it's going to EQ. I'm going to try and get my Tailwind up here. Goes for a Protect, I get Tailwind up, and Wims comes in. Return to Electric Terrain. Super Fang. That's so interesting. I've just also realized there's no Lightning Rod whatsoever. I think Taunt Wims is going to come out. So I could double the Wims. But I probably want the Mawile gone. But I don't know if I want to double the Mawile. I think I'm going to Volt Switch. And set up Reflect. I've seen two physical attackers. It's Switcheroo to give me a Choice Band. Wow. Fair enough. What's this Marwell gonna do then? Is it gonna try and take out Lugia or is it gonna go for Coco? I'm gonna go for Kang. So it's like a support Mawile. Let me just double check. Yeah, I am locked into Reflect here. The Fake Out into Mawile is so obvious. Is it? It's not obvious. It's not obvious. Switching Lugia is obvious, I think. I'm going to Fake Out the Mawile, and I'm just going to switch into Coco. Okay, that's fair. And gets their own Tailwind up. I'm gonna Ice Punch the Wims. And Deagleam, I think, is the play. That's a slow Wims, which means it's bulky. Kyogre Chomp. I wonder if I sack Lugia. I think I sack Lugia. And Protect. Spout comes out. Lugia lives, which is surprising. I shouldn't be faster than Kyogre. And now I'm slower. I am actually going to be slower than everything. Oh dear. My headphones unplugged. I can calc that actually. Versus Lugia. That might be specs. Let me actually make a move. I think it's Specs. If it's Specs, then Serena's actually pretty good here. That's a kind of nasty crit. I think it's Specs. That crit probably means Serena can't take another. So I'm gonna make a read here. My Kang isn't faster than it. If it's... No, if it's timid max speed, it's not faster. Oh, it's Specs. It doesn't necessarily mean it's modest Specs, though. It's timid Specs. Okay, so it's timid Specs, so it probably outspeeds my Serena. I'm playing with fire right now. I'm playing with fire. That's not timid Specs. But we live. So it's not Specs? What? How is it doing that much? Don't tell me it's not calculating. No, it's calculating without range. It's calculating for singles. I still don't know why that's doing so much. No, I don't know why that's doing so much. Why is that doing so much? That's modest. Modest Specs on my Lugia shouldn't do that much damage, right? Multi-scale is broken. I think it's modest Scarf. I think it's modest Scarf. Okay, now we know. I've really got to shape my calcs more. Okay, so they're going fast. I think Trick Room might be a blur. But since their modest Scarf. And they let Chomp. They let Chompy Chomp. I think if Jelly gets going here, it can really work. Coco has to come. And is it Luca or is it Serena? That crit was really unfortunate. It meant I couldn't take as much damage as I wanted to. Lugia or Serena, because this will decide the game. I think it's Lugia. It's Marwal, Garchomp again. It's a lot of offensive pressure. Last time it was Protect Garchomp. I'm gonna start setting up Jelly now. I wish my Kang was a bit faster. I don't care if this is obvious, it means that the Mawile is... It's got Toxic, doesn't it? Jelly isn't as good as I want it to be here. Garchomp protects, Mawile gets faked. Oh, it's double protect. Okay. I'm gonna double chomp. Oh, that's a dead chomp. I'm gonna get rough skinned, but yeah. Okay, Jelly's not as good as I thought, because since I forgot it's support. I think a switcheroo is coming out here, so I'm gonna switch. Nope. Play rough is his offensive move of choice, and now it's stuck on switcheroo, and it cannot switcheroo either of my Pokemon. Because I am Z move, and I am I'm the other thing. What's the right play here? I think it's Circle Throw and Volt Switch. Okay, the Circle Throw is not going to do anything then. You're going to take out Kang. I think Tailwind is more important. I think Tailwind's more important and Recover. Because this Marwild's got to start hitting this Jellicent unless it goes for Thunder. It goes for the Thunder, that's going to be a KO. It didn't matter what I went for. But it means I get my light screen up. This is really close. I don't think D-Gleam does it. They get the Kyogre, get the Reflect up. Still takes me out. That's gonna do it. I can't come back from that. GG. Yeah, no, they prepped well. They prepped really well on that one. I'm not gonna be mad about that one. I didn't think they'd go choiced. I didn't put on the Wakon like I wanted, which was really unfortunate. If I had Wakon, that would have been different. Was Lugia the right play in the end? I don't think so. I think I brought too many electric weeks. In the end there. The support Mawile was really good in the end, actually. Because I have so many defensive pieces, like, just bringing Mawile was the right play. And Jelly wasn't as good as I thought it would be, because their physical offense was really just Garchomp. I prepped a lot for Alola Marowak, and it just didn't end up coming. That was the key difference maker here. I thought Alola Marowak was a shoo-in, and it didn't come. Like everything else here, I could have said was coming. Except I would have expected Mawile. I would have expected Marowak over Goodra. So, it's a little upsetting to lose that, but we can still make back to playoffs. I don't think they played that really well. I wasn't expecting support Mawile. I didn't think they chose Kyogre because of Jelly, but, like, turns out Modest Scarf Kyogre was enough. And I think I played that a little poorly as well. Game 1, the crit was unfortunate, but I'm not going to put the whole set down to that. Game 2, I think they played that well. I think I made some decent plays, but I just don't think... I over-prepped for Marowak, is the thing. I fully expected Marowak to come. So... And I just couldn't be sure if they'd go Trick Room. And the Jelly set wasn't good because they had Toxic. So... that will do it. Well played, and I will see you in playoffs where I will destroy your face. That is the hope, anyway. I will hopefully get to playoffs and rematch Airstream, and I will destroy him this time. So, GG's, and I will see you guys in the next video. So, take it easy.